Not a good time at all.
Not now, I'm busy.
My work gon' make me sweet. I'm tryna count and breathe. I turn the other cheek.
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about Not Now I'm Busy. Of course, we're approaching the anniversary. I think this is one of my most complete works of music, and I think a lot of people still have yet to hear it, but will. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Learned something real, but I let go. I was hiding in the darkness, made it hard to grow.
You know, I've been feeling increasingly good about the album. Like, I go in phases where I don't listen to it as much, and then I find myself one song, or maybe I'm going to write a new song, and I find myself like, oh, I did that. Now I'm busy, just because this album is such a big part of everything I do and who I am. So I will repeat stuff from this album, mainly because I almost see it as a sort of lore building, near self-titled kind of album, and I think fans of mine in the future will find it this way as well.
A tree falls deep in the woods, no observation. Used to holding back, yeah, I'm still holding back.
Yeah, no, the meaning of this album really for me has stayed the same throughout, but I've clung to different parts of the album even since I made it. So this album was made in two parts, really two separate albums kind of glued together, and for me that was a big part of who I am, the kind of duality of, you know, all the different aspects of my life.
Tell you when, forcing nature, moving again, forcing nature, move with the wind.
That's a tough one. Now, when the album first dropped, I probably would have told you one of two things, depending on the day. That Grayscale Filter was my favorite song, or that Just Between Us was my favorite song. And those are two completely different songs on the album. But Grayscale Filter feels like a part of me that I don't show very much in a way. Like when I listen to that, I'm like, oh, something's peeking through there. Whereas Just Between Us is a little more true to my pen, what you're used to hearing, but at the top of its level. And I really enjoy that about that song. Also, some production from Dead Lighters on Just Between Us, and that's always going to get a little lean from me. So.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the visuals from this album, honestly, the only regret I have is not making more. And the current visuals in particular, the If When visual is just like, that's just, it's kind of everything coming together. It's a morning where I just woke up at like 5 a.m. and thought, I gotta shoot something, and then thought to myself, the sun's about to come up, and it spiraled from there, and we ended up shooting that video as the sun comes up. So really, definitely one of my favorite videos, and overall I would say they definitely have aged well. I think I need to probably hit them up a little bit more and kind of revisit some of them. But yeah.
Used to holding back, yeah, I'm still holding back.
I mentioned that like Not Now I'm Busy is the closest to like a self-titled that I've done so far, and with that, I mean, if you do get a self-titled from me, that would be potentially the sequel. So yeah.
Made it hard to grow. I was still trying, went the farthest I could down that road. With what's behind me, had to find a way. I feel it close.
Yeah, that's a tough question. I think in general, when you come to me as a new listener, you know, you might get something very different if you hit shuffle from song to song. But I think this album encapsulates that, but also has a focus to it, to where the production is very focused and gritty and emotional. And I think you'll find that I'm trying to tell you something about myself in this album. And then in turn, what I hope from that is that you find something out of this album for yourself, and just meaning or really liking a song or a beat. But either way, I think that's what I would say to a new listener.
Tell you when, forcing nature, moving again, forcing nature, move with the wind.
Yeah, no, final anniversary takeaways, I guess, are I still think this album has legs. I still think more people will and should listen to it. And I myself should probably spend more time with it just to learn more about where I can take my music next, because I think that is where the seed's planted. So yeah, I think Not Now I'm Busy. It's important, an important album, especially for me. Um, Definitely for MMCJ, the team. Got Deadlighters feature on there. Michael Manega did the artwork, and we worked hard to push it um, with the team. So yeah, just really proud of the year that this album's had. All 18 songs and all.